welcome back to my book corner for another story time with me, Rockin' Ryan. Now today is Saturday and I've chosen another great story for each and every single one of you. Now, this week is all about books to do with animals, and this book is to do with animals and they all live in a zoo, but it's not the animals we're looking at. In fact, it is their poo. That was a good rhyme, wasn't it? Today we have got a story called Poo in the Zoo, and like I said, it's going to be a bit of a smelly one. So let's see what we can see in this book, shall we? Let's turn on those listening ears, click, get ourselves nice and comfy as we get ready for Poo in the Zoo by Steve Smallman. Are we ready? Let's see what weird and wonderful things we'll find in this story today. Little Bob McGrew was a keeper at the zoo. Looking after animals was what he loved to do. But it wasn't always fun because Bob was the one who had to push a cart around and shovel up the poo. There was tiger poo, lion poo, prickly porcupine poo, plummeting giraffe poop that landed with a splat, dollops of new poo, bouncy kangaroo poo, and a trail of drippy droppings for a fat wombat. Flying bits of bat poo. Crikey, whose is that poo? A pongy pat of panda poo steaming on the sand. And Monkey always threw his as fast as he could do this, so no one had a clue where the poo might land. Ew, look at that. All that flying poo, disgusting. Bob felt dizzy. He was far too busy with big jobs and little jobs all around the place. And then he slipped on a banana while mucking out Iguana, and it ran off with a very greedy grin upon his face. The lizard caused hysteria inside the cafeteria, climbing on the counters, eating everything he saw. 11 lime lollies, all the cakes from off the trolleys, a pepperoni pizza, and then sandwiches galore. Oh my goodness me, all that food. He must be very hungry or very, very greedy. Iguana's bulging belly started wobbling like jelly. Ooh, he groaned. I don't think I could eat another bite. Then his greedy little eyes saw some sparkly fireflies, so he gobbled them up too, because he fancied something light. Iguana said, "Uh-oh," as his bum began to glow. He pulled a funny face and plopped a poop upon the floor. That's a very funny looking poop, isn't it? But Iguana's jaw soon dropped when he saw the poop he'd plopped, and he ran back to his cage where Bob was waiting by the door. Bob turned around and saw something glowing on the floor. A poo that shone so brightly it was lighting up his face. No creature in this zoo has ever done a glowing poo. He whispered to himself, "It must have come from outer space." Soon everybody knew about the new poo in the zoo, and people flocked to see the interplanetary poop. Then a man in a cravat and a sparkly blue top hat said, "Hello there, Mr. Zookeeper. My name is Hector Gloop." "I'm like you," said Hector. "I'm another poo collector. I collect exotic poo-poos. I've got quite a big selection. I want the world to see how amazing poo can be. Please climb aboard my poo museum. I'll show you my collection." Do we want to go inside his museum full of poo? You do? Oh my goodness me. Let's go inside. "I've got a pile of Yeti poo and some that's like spaghetti poo. A smoking pile of dragon poo. They're very hard to find. A mammoth poo in ice. Oh, and this one's very nice. It's a massive pile of poo-poo from a dinosaur's behind. I've got huge poos, tiny poos, crusty poos and shiny poos. Every kind of poo-poo you could ever wish to see. Well, I've got some doo-doo-doo-doo, but not glowing poo like you do. Oh, I've simply got to have it. Will you sell your poo to me? So Bob sold the poop to a happy Hector Gloop, and he spent all the money on a robot pooper scooper. Well, it whizzes round the zoo and it picks up all the poo, and as for Bob and all his animals, well, life is super duper. The end. Look at all that poo. Disgusting. Now we know that that poo wasn't actually from outer space. It was just from a very greedy iguana eating up all of those flies with lights in their bottoms. That was a very funny story all about poop. Goodness gracious me. I don't think I'd like to be standing under that monkey, would you? And especially not that giraffe whose poop goes pshung, splat. Disgusting. And with that story, I think it's time that we go for our very own poo-poo before going to bed, don't you? So let's all close our eyes nice and tightly and go for a great big sleep. And I will see you back here tomorrow for Sunday Story in my book corner with me, Rockin' Ryan. But for now, sleep tight. Bye-bye. And I will see you next time. Thank you.